And welcome everyone to Playland Ice Casino for tonight's UCHC men's hockey matchup. Apologies for the slight delay in start tonight. Underway here between Manhattanville and Lebanon Valley. Manhattanville coming in 7-4-2 in conference play. Lebanon Valley 9-3-2 in UCHC action this season. Tonight a double conference game actually, as both teams member of the MAC conference as well. Manhattanville 3-2 in MAC action this season. Lebanon Valley 2-1. Get you up to speed in just a moment here as we are again just about a minute underway here. Second game in about 24 hours here for the Valiants here at Playland Ice Casino. A 7-1 win over Chatham last night. And Lebanon Valley surviving a scare Mike from Kings as well.
Yes, Kings definitely gave them a scare last night. Winless 0-21-0 coming into the game. Gave them all they could handle. Game was tied in the third period. Lebanon Valley able to get a late goal and able to come away with the win.
Again, 18:39 left in this one. We will fix the clock cam for you when we get a moment here.
As Brian Hovanek had a two-goal night, his second goal in the third period, the game decider.
Manhattanville with a pair of two-goal nights last night, coming by the way of Nigel Slade and Matt Lippa. Lippa's 13th and 14th goals of the season, extending his team lead in both goals and points, as a shot in on Kyle Redmond getting the start tonight for Kyle Fever is knocked aside. Another shot knocked aside by Redmond. Redmond, one of 5 seniors being honored before tonight's game, along with Fabian Andark, Timmy Garbenius, Kevin Lapato, and Stephen Gall. Of course, Manhattanville with 13 juniors on the squad as well. Sure to be a wild senior night next year. One of the largest senior classes in Manhattanville history. As the puck dumped in, corralled by Lebanon Valley, now taken away by Garbenius. Manhattanville will look to clear here. Mentioned before, Lebanon Valley currently tied with Utica with 20 points at the top of UCHC action. Lebanon Valley, however, with one more conference game played. Utica with the better record percentage-wise at the moment. And of course, let's not forget, in the previous meeting between these two teams this season, Manhattanville come away with a 3-1 win at Lebanon Valley on December 9th. The aforementioned Stephen Gall a hat trick in that one. Ryan Jackson and the aforementioned Timmy Garbenius with 2 assists in that one as well, as the clock stopped with 17:20. Again, UCHC action tonight, senior night here at Playland Ice Casino for the Manhattanville Valiants, as the faceoff coming just outside the blue line. Won by Anderson as Jackson will dump it around the boards. Manhattanville pressing looks to keep in the zone here. Leb Valley will look to clear. Wicked wrister down the ice. We will await the whistle for icing as it will come all the way back into the Lebanon Valley zone with 17:07 left in this one. Tyler Purak, a goal tonight for Lebanon Valley. One-on-one action, literally, between the two goalies tonight. Number 1, Kyle Redmond. Number 1, Tyler Purak. The face-off controlled by Anderson. He throws a shot wide. Anderson, a number of opportunities last night right in front of the net, unable to put any of them home, as the shot by Brian Platt is corralled well outside the crease by Perhack, as the face-off will remain in the zone here with 16:56 to go. Leb Valley coming in 5-1-1 in the last 7 games. That lone loss coming to the aforementioned Pioneers of Utica. And as Mike mentioned moments ago, having a 5-4 scare from Kings last night. Kings winless on the season, had that game tied in the third period. So we mentioned the trap game for Manhattanville last night, turning into a 7-1 win. We'll see if the scare from Kings woke Leb Valley up.
As last night against Chatham, Manhattanville took it right to him, had contributions up and down the lineup. Oscar Arfelt with 3 assists, Brian Platt and Stephen Gall both with a goal and an assist each. So contributions up and down the lineup for Manhattanville in that one.
A 5-goal first period last night against the first-year Cougars. Not expecting a repeat of that tonight, but never say never. Again, just 4 minutes in this one as the shot from Knight goes wide, as the referee gets out of the way, as Zach Sheik will look to clear for Lebanon Valley.
And something we didn't mention to this point tonight, Eric Berglund out of the lineup with a shoulder injury, Braden Cross taking his place.
That is freshman replacing junior co-captain. So we'll see what kind of impact Cross can make tonight. Thrown into action against, again, a team currently tied for first point-wise in UCHC action as the shot by Lipa gets blocked, and Lebanon Valley will control. Again, Lipa and Slade, 2 goals apiece last night for the Valiants. Again, 7-1 win over Chatham. As whistle will stop here with 15:31. Again, the top 6 teams in the UCHC currently separated by just 4 points. Utica and Lebanon Valley tied with 20, Stevenson with 18, Elmira with 17, and the Valiants tied with Newman with 16 points. Nazareth hanging on 3 points back of that 6th and final UCHC tournament spot. Down but not out is Nazareth, again with the season not quite over yet. 1 more weekend to go following tomorrow's action. As Cross and Bomarito, 2 of the freshmen for the Valiants, pressing the action now. Cross looked for Garbenius, but the pass comes out of the zone, and Garbenius will retreat as Redmond comes out of his net.
Cross just in the lineup tonight, and they get in nice and good hustle down there at the other end.
Jared Karras applying some pressure there for the Flying Dutchman. Buck into the zone. There's Lopato in front. Not sure if that shot was stopped by Perak or knocked aside, but Lebanon able to clear the zone as the linesman hops out of the way. As Jackson back to retrieve for the Valiants. 14:44 left in the period here. Jackson now will retrieve behind Redmond in net and await a finished line change from Manhattanville. Now coming out front, Bedford Beck. Pass comes back out. And controlled by Zach McCown. Lebanon, he'll dump in around the board. Jackson back to retrieve. Puck knocked loose to Slade. Slade leads for Axel Waltott. Waltott, one of the 7 Manhattanville goals last night as well. Lebanon coming away with it once again, and the Valiants immediately take it away and look to set up once again. Slade carrying it in as Durson kind of lost an edge on the far side there. Puck comes back for Jackson. Jackson will dump it around the boards. Slade pursues with Brad Nolan back to retreat for the Flying Dutchman. Pass up head little behind TJ Sneath there. Lebanon able to retreat nonetheless. Buckley dumped in by Kevin Van Bachlen, excuse me, as he'll head to the Lebanon bench for a line change.
TJ Sneath, you just mentioned him last night, 3 assists in the win over Kings. So see if he can continue a solid play. Lebanon Valley's going to need it tonight.
It's Anderson in front looking for Platt. Not sure if that was knocked wide or just a missed timing there from the junior out of Trumbull, Connecticut. Series of bodies piling up on the far side boards there as Gall finally comes away with it back for Knight. His slap shot stopped by Perak. Platt looking for a wraparound while smothered by a Lebanon defender there. No good. Knight another slap shot knocked aside by a Perak. So the blue liner with a pair of good looks here. Manhattanville keeps it in. Ferraro looking across for Gall. Off the boards to Anderson. Anderson back for Knight. Knight throws it in front. Might have been blocked by one of his own teammates there. Not sure if that ever made it all the way to Perhack, and Lebanon will come away and dump in. Redmond behind his own net. 12:40 left in this one. As Knight now retreats behind and will reset for Manhattanville. Puck off the near side boards. Lipa almost lost an edge there, stays on his feet. Puck right underneath our broadcast position here at the Playland Ice Casino and finally goes back behind Redmond's net once again. Lipa dumps it ahead, no one in the area. Martin closing fast and McLean now with it. In on Perak, McLean shot. Deflected wide, shot from a tough angle, goes in! Jared Martin from the corner. After McLean's shot had been deflected, what appeared to be out of harm's way, Martin from a near impossible angle. Not sure if Perak was even expecting that one, but Martin, 7:51 into this one, puts Manhattanville up 1-0.
I think that shot may have surprised Perhack. It looked somewhat similar to the goal Chatham scored last night. From a sharp angle down around the goal line, just throw it to the net. You never know what can happen. 1-0 game, Manhattanville.
Never underestimate the element of surprise. So Perhack perhaps caught out of position there Is Martin putting Manhattanville up early here, 1-0. As Lebanon comes back now, pass in front of Brett Johnson, the team's leading scorer with 25 points coming in. Johnson tied with the aforementioned Hovanek and Travis Acker with 11 goals apiece on the season. Manhattanville can't quite clear the zone. Lebanon will keep it in. Shot on Redmond and hopping out of the way there just in front of the net was Cole Hepler, the other assistant captain for this Lebanon team. Puck comes back out, and Lebanon will reset here. Both teams getting some fresh legs on the ice, and a long shot on Redmond. Covered up by the senior out of Toronto, Ontario. So again, we mentioned the 5 seniors for Manhattanville. Lebanon coming in 7 seniors on their roster, as well as 9 juniors and 11 freshmen. So a much different look from this Manhattanville team. A little bit more youth-based compared to the 13 juniors, as we mentioned before, on this Manhattanville roster. As the face-off controlled by Lebanon, they'll keep it in for the time being. On the net, Slade, not sure if he was checked on the boards or went down, but in any case, loose puck in front is knocked in. Zach McCown, the recipient of a bit of a scramble there after Slade went into the boards. McCown, one of the 7 seniors for this Dutchman team, taking advantage. In less than 90 seconds after Martin put Manhattanville up, Lebanon Valley comes right back and ties the game. We apologize for the scoreboard error. Lebanon Valley tying it at 1. Chatham again, last night's Manhattanville opponent.
That's a good job by Lebanon Valley. They got the puck in deep, go in, get it, chase it, get a scramble in front, knock it right in, tie game.
So 2 goals less than halfway through this period. Here's a shot knocked wide by Ferraro. That a wrister coming from Sheik just inside the blue line. Blue liners with a lot of activity thus far. Joel Knight, a couple of shots earlier on. The shot from outside the blue line by Anderson, grabbed by Purek as he'll leave, as Manhattanville will complete a line change here. Martin, McLean, and Lippa, the forwards on the ice now for the Valiants. Arfelt and Garbenius, the Swedish blue line duo, out there as well. Clock's up with 10:10 left in the opening period.
And Manhattanville coming into this game when scoring first. They were 5-1-1. Lebanon Valley coming into the game when scored against first, 3-6-1. So right now we have a tie game. See what happens.
They face off now in the far corner. Loose puck knocked loose and controlled by Lippa. He'll come away with it, throw it back for Garbenius. Garbenius back for Lippa. Lippa, around the defender, slap shot. Blocked in front. Looked like Brendan Thompson getting in the way of that one. Manhattanville right back in the zone. Martin and McLean pinching in for Manhattanville as Lebanon immediately comes away with it. Pass in front for Russ Armbruster. Armbruster back to get it, but Arfelt takes him out of the play. Manhattanville will reset here. McLean flying up the far side. He's got Martin to his left. McLean taken down. Avoids a major collision with the boards as the linesman ducks out of the way as Leval comes back on another 2-on-1. Shot on Redmond knocked aside. Nice blocker save there off the shot by Jared Karras.
I believe Wallet may have actually gotten that in front.
Puck now back out, controlled again by the Flying Dutchman. Puck thrown in, tracked down by Waltott. Waltott avoids contact, losing the puck, however. Leval with it now. Far side boards now coming back near side. Puck a little too far out in front of Felix Takasinagi there. This puck coming all the way back to Purak. He will play it back out for McCown. Leval looks to reset, but Lapato with it now for Manhattanville. Around behind the net. Lapato briefly checked out of the play. Now leaves it for Durson in front. Durson a little out of position there. Clock stop with 8:29. Whistle on a stoppage there.
And we're going to have our first power play of the game. I believe it's going to Manhattanville.
It does appear to be the case. Looked like McCown guilty of that last infraction there.
And the special teams, this is where Manhattanville is going to have to take advantage. Lebanon Valley strong on the penalty, on the power play, but not great on the penalty kill. Just 77.9% on the year. Special teams is going to decide this game. Manhattanville, when they get on the power play, they have to take advantage.
So Manhattanville there with the first power play of the night for either team, as Anderson gets back up after a collision there with a Lebanon skater. Platt with it now, ahead for goal. Platt crushing the net. Pass comes out for Garbenius. Lost for a sec, gets it back to Jackson. Jackson retreats to the point. Back to Garbenius, across for Gall. Gall shot just wide.
I believe that may have gone off the shaft of the stick of Perhack. It looked like he was heading towards the net. He may have just gotten that with the stick.
Gall looking to pick that corner there. Manhattanville still with it. Gall, one of Manhattanville's 7 goals last night as well. Jackson plays it back for the senior captain. Now for Platt. Platt shot from a tough angle, knocked wide. Platt looking to repeat Jared Martin's success from earlier tonight from that tough angle in the corner to Perhack's right. Garbenius with it now, throws one in front. Deflected and save made. Corey Anderson right in the middle of things once again. Might have gotten a stick on that one, but Perhack able to keep it out. Clock stopped with 7:30 to go in the period. 1:02 left on the McCown penalty. Face-off coming to Perhack's left here will be Lapato to take.
That was a good start to the power play. No goals, obviously, but getting bodies to the net, get people in front, good chances. And we'll see if they can continue that success on the power play here.
Persistence generally pays off in Manhattanville with 50 more seconds to play with here on this man advantage. Arfelt with it now. Arfelt waits. Throws it to Lapato. Lapato back to Arfelt. 2-man game here. Lapato's shot goes wide. Off the boards. Not cleared out of the zone as Arfelt will keep it in. Goes across an open net for Lipa. And off the pipe. I guess that went out of play there as a beautiful pass across the ice there. Left Lipa briefly with a wide open net. Just unable to finish there. Surprising to see from team's leading scorer. 7:02 left in the period. 34 seconds on the power play.
That was great passing from going cross ice. Good pass, wide open man, wide open net. Not able to put it in though.
Manhattanville will keep it in the zone, however, for the time being. Under 30 seconds on that power play. And right as I say that, Lebanon able to clear here. Karras on the far side, Bomarito back to apply some pressure, and Bomarito getting in the way of that shot. As Arfo back to retreat. 15 seconds left on the power play. Up time for one more rush here for the Valiants. Lipa across to Bomarito. Back for Lapato. Lapato might have been looking for Arfelt, but Level able to clear it out of the zone, and that will do it for the Manhattanville power play. Again, Manhattanville with some good looks, just unable to finish that time. Score remains 1-1. Knight will bring it out for the Valiants. Head for Slade, threw it in front for Durson.
Another good hustle play, negating an icing. That time it was Durson.
Another one of these 6 Swedes on this Manhattanville team will keep it in the zone. Back for Knight. Cross now for Ferraro. Ferraro off the boards. Martin had a stick on it. Slade now with it. Off the boards, Knight tried to keep it in. Durson unable to keep it in. Is Lebval with a chance here as the shot is blocked and controlled by Slade. His pass intercepted by Johnson. Clock will stop here with 5:39 left in the period. Again, for those of you just joining us, Lebanon Valley and Manhattanville, UCHC and MAC action here tonight. Manhattanville 7-4-2 in the UCHC coming in, 3-2 in the MAC. Lebanon 9-3-2 in the UCHC, 2-2-1 in the MAC. However, Manhattanville handing Lebanon Valley one of those 3 UCHC and one of those 2 MAC losses earlier this season. A 3-1 win, December 9th. Stephen Gall, one of the 5 seniors being honored here tonight, a hat trick in that contest. As Garbenius controls now for Manhattanville. Back for Arfelt. Arfelt head for Gall. Gall looking for Anderson. Lebval clears it off the boards, and now a chance here. The Dutchman shot on Redmond's save, made rebound, controlled by Garbenius. briefly cleared out by Manhattanville. Lebanon will play it right back in as Waltop will come back to retreat, as both teams will change things up here. As Waltop will wait behind his own net. Throws it long ahead for Bomarito, who goes down. Whistle will stop action here with 4:53 left in this opening period. Again, we will fix our clock cam on our live stream here when we have a moment.
That was on that earlier power play. Good looks from Manhattanville. Obviously not able to put one in, but a good start. If they get other opportunities, you have to think at some point they're going to be able to cash in.
Face-off coming now to Redmond's right. Tyler Fevers played more than 1,000 minutes tonight, getting the rare night off. Redmond starting on his senior night. Bomarito with a shot goes wide. Lipa back to control, and Lipa knocked to one skate, able to maintain his balance and the puck, though. Nice body control there from the junior out of Canada. The shot by Waltot knocked out of midair by Purak. The slap shot from Waltot, gloved by Purak. Shot looked like it might have been going wide, but Purak not taking any chances.
Purak's been solid so far to start the game. Obviously, the one goal from the sharp angle may have surprised him, but solid in net to start this game.
Sharp angle, to say the least. Perhaps the most unexpected shot of the night from either team is, of course, the one that went in for Manhattanville. One of the reasons why we are tied 1-1 here. We approach 4 minutes remaining here in this opening period. Puck back for Ferraro. Right off the boards. Knight lost it as Lebval now keeps it in. Hepler applying some pressure there. Manhattanville looking to clear here, as they will, as Knight comes away with it. Throws it ahead for Lipa. Lipa waits for Steven to arrive in the zone. Throws it across for Ferraro. Ferraro in front. Martin knocks another one in. Jared Martin continuing the, dare I say, trend of 2-goal performances this weekend, as Martin, who was nearly out of the play, managed to get his stick on it and go 5-hole on Purak there.
I think that puck was deflected on the way in. It looked like it was a shot from the right point. And a Lebanon Valley player got their stick on it, deflected right to the front of the net. Martin was there waiting for it.
So Martin, 2 goals in just over 16 minutes of action here, as Manhattanville goes back in front here, 2-1 on Martin's second of this opening period. As the clock now stopped with 3:40 to go here in the first. Martin matching his season total tonight, coming in with 2 goals, now up to 4. So the junior stealing the show thus far here on senior night for Manhattanville. There's a goal officially being announced now. Clock stop now with 3:25. So it's like Lipa and McLean will indeed get the assists on that. So Martin's line mates adding a point apiece to their totals as well. Lipa now up to 13 assists on the season, tying him with Garbenius with a lead in that category as well. Lipa now 10 points clear of anyone else on this Manhattanville roster. Jackson with 17, Garbenius with 15. Everyone else with 14 or fewer. Again, as we mentioned before, for Lebval, Brett Johnson came in. And we already have a correction, as Ferraro will get credit for the assist there. Not McLean, so it will be Ferraro and Lipa with the assist on Martin's second goal. We hit the 3-minute mark here as Lebval brings it in. Pass immediately intercepted by Gall.
And this is the kind of start Manhattanville needed to have. Came off a dominating performance last night. You think maybe possibly get a false sense of confidence coming in. Not the case. They came firing out of the gate tonight.
Puck goes skyrocketing in the air. Players looking up to the ceiling here at the Playland Ice Casino. Puck finally back down and controlled by Lebval. Pass off the boards. Jackson giving chase. Icing being waved off. Nice hustle there from Felix Takasinagi. 2:30 left here in this opening period. 2 goals from Jared Martin. 1 from Zach McCown for Leb Val. Your goal scorers thus far tonight. As the bodies piling up on the far side boards. Manhattanville finally comes away with it. Lipa tried to keep it in the zone. Knocked away in a breakaway here for Hepler. Hepler on Redmond. His shot goes wide. Rebound in front, thrown wide. So Hepler with perhaps the best chance of the night for either team there. Unable to finish. A missed opportunity there for the Dutchman to tie it up once again. Would have been the second quick answer to a Manhattanville goal tonight. Of course, McCown's goal coming about 90 seconds after Martin's first goal. But Manhattanville remains up by 1. Braden Cross will dump it in and head to the bench. Manhattanville will change things up. The Martin-McLean Lipa line right back on the ice for our night as well. So all the point scores from the second Manhattanville goal, once again back on the ice here. Looking for another one in the final 65 seconds of action here in the opening period. As Joel Knight corrals it up the far side boards. Knight lost it. Lipa threw it in front. And a collision with Perhack, who winds up on his backside. Clock stop with 58.8 to go.
I think Lebanon Valley's a little upset. They were looking for a penalty possibly for goalie interference. Goalie ends up on his back. Good job being able to keep it out.
Perhack back to his feet. Net being checked just in case it was knocked off its moorings as well. Both player and net have been reset as McLean will take the face-off here to Perhack's right. The puck thrown dangerously in front of Perhack there as Perhack upset with another collision there from a Manhattanville player.
Yeah, it was Jared Martin going to the net once again. Fell down. I think his stick may have hit Perhack in the mask.
So Perhack involved in a series of physical play here in these last 5 or so seconds. Clock stop with 50.1 left in the opening period. Faceoff coming all the way back down off the icing. McLean to take once again. Giants will keep it in the zone. McLean beating Karras on that last draw. Lipa with it, throws it in front, keeps it in the zone, but wide of the net. Martin to retreat. Martin throws one as he goes down. Lipa can't keep it in the zone. Garbinas back to retreat as the Valiants will reset here. Back for Lipa. Lipa some nice control to keep it in. The head from McLean. McLean still with it. Martin looking for the first period hat trick. Shot knocked wide. Martin keeps it in. Puck deflected and out of the zone. Under 15 seconds to go here. Valiants made the time for one more rush. They're able to maintain control. McLean fighting for it. Lebel will pin it against the boards. Front for Beck. His shot saved by Perhack. Jeff Beck right before the buzzer found himself with a great look from point blank range. But Perhack in position, ready for that one. As the period will end with Manhattanville up 2-1. Again on the strength of 2 Jared Martin goals, equaling his season total in the opening 20 minutes.
That was a big save right there at the end. Perhack aware all the way to the last buzzer. A last second goal like that can be very deflating to a team. But Manhattanville taking a 2-1 lead into the locker room. This year went ahead after the first period 7-0-1. So a good start for Manhattanville in this game.
An excellent sign there for the Valiants if they can hold on to that lead. Again, 7-0-1 when leading after one. 40 minutes away from a crucial UCHC win as they look to remain in the hunt for not just a UCHC playoff berth, but a UCHC home game. As again, Manhattanville and Newman trailing Elmira in 4th place by just a point, entering action today. Once again, after 20 minutes here from Playland Ice Casino, it is Manhattanville 2 and Lebanon Valley 1. We will be back in just a few minutes. You are listening to Manhattanville Men's Hockey with Adam Ryder and Mike Pugliese here at GoValiants.com. Do not go anywhere. And welcome back for the start of the second period here. Teams have switched sides. Leb Val now going from our right to left. Manhattanville our left to right here from Playland Ice Casino. And some UCHC news as a shot by Anderson goes in. 13 seconds into the period, Corey Anderson, who has been gunning for a goal all weekend long, finally gets it here 13 seconds into the second period.
He definitely deserves it. He's been going to the front of the net for the last 2 games. If anybody deserved the goal, it was him. He finally gets rewarded for all that work.
So 3-1 Manhattanville here. Just seconds in. Anderson joining Jared Martin now as the goal scorers tonight. Martin with both of the Valiant's goals in the opening period. As we were about to say before, some UCHC news. Stevenson beating Nazareth. That now going final means a Manhattanville win, and they are guaranteed a spot in the top 6 and a UCHC tournament berth. Where that game is played and whom that game is played against still very much to be determined. Manhattanville still in the hunt for a home game as well. This is the last regular season home game.
But the big news for them, they win their end. They need to take care of business right here. Doing a good job so far.
Anderson helping that cause with the goal. Again, just 13 seconds in. We have a penalty here. Will be a slashing call with 19:03 left on the clock. Here's that. Brian Platt will be the guilty party there. As he skates to the bench, as Manhattanville will have to kill their first penalty of the night.
That's the one thing Manhattanville had to avoid. Lebanon Valley, 22% on the power play this year. A very fine power play they have going this year. Manhattanville has to stay out of the box. But good on the penalty kill this year, 84.5%, 90.4% in conference play.
The face-off controlled by Manhattanville as they will clear it out. Manhattanville's 4 UCHC losses this season have been 1-goal defeats. 2 of those games, they've allowed game-winning power play goals, and there are 11 ties or 1-goal losses this season, non-conference and conference play. They've allowed at least 1 power play goal 7 times.
And Lebanon Valley, 5th in all of Division III play with power play goals this year, hitting at 22%.
Safe to say, a very key final 85 seconds here for both of these teams, especially now with the 2-goal Manhattanville lead. Their first 2-goal lead of the night. As the puck comes all the way down as Purak will retreat behind his own net. We are just about halfway through this man advantage here for Leb Val as this puck dumped in by Nigel Slade. Slade again 2 goals last night, along with Matt Lippa in the 7-1 win over Chatham. As Leb Val will retreat once again, 45 seconds to go.
And a good job by Manhattanville so far on the penalty kill, keeping everything to the outside, getting to the puck, getting it out. Good job to this point.
No real good chances thus far for Leb Val. With 30 seconds to go, time for 1, maybe 2 more rushes if they hurry here. As they will regroup once again, puck played ahead from Brendan Thompson. Thompson looks to throw it in. Will go right off his stick as Knight will force it all the way back as Leb Val will again retreat. 15 seconds to go. The power play. Five seconds to go on the man advantage here as Leb Val will throw it in. Knight will knock it out, and that will do it. Valiant's back at full strength here. Of course, keynote here, Chatham's 1 goal last night coming right at the end of a power play, right as the Valiants were getting back to full strength. So key for the Valiants to maintain their defensive intensity here is Leb Val keeping it in the zone. And as I say that, Knight clears it out. Lippitt gave chase, but Chatham able to play it back for Ferraro. Cross to Knight. That just throws it up off the boards. Not sure if Martin was looking to just tap that or corral it. In any case, Leb Val will come away with it. Re-entered the zone here. This puck taken away by McLean. McLean looked to get it ahead to Martin, who's able to get a stick on it and bring it in for Manhattanville. Martin waits, throws one on net, deflected wide. Blocked by Mike Straub, the captain of this Flying Dutchman squad. Puck dumped over to Lapato. Lapato in, throws it in front. Might have been looking for Lipa. Puck goes wide, but corralled by Arfelt. Arfelt behind the net, release for Lapato. Lapato in front, looking for Bomarito, unable to connect. Lapato comes away with it once again. Into the zone, shot on Redmond, deflected out of play. Travis Acker's shot knocked wide, clock stopped with 15:39 in the second period. Give Manhattanville a 17-4 shot advantage in that first period there. But again, just able to come away with the 2 goals, which of course Anderson added to in the opening 15 seconds here of this second period. As Bomarito and Cross nearly collide, two of Manhattanville's freshmen. As the Valiants able to maintain the puck. As Lapato dumps it in as Ledbell comes away with it. Cross and Bomarito applying some pressure again. Jackson keeps it out of the zone as Ledbell immediately plays it back in. Waltott retreating behind Redmond now. Puck behind the net now. Cross applying some pressure here. Puck played out by Lebanon Valley. Icing waved off as Karras gets down there with a Flying Dutchman. Level looking to keep it in. Redmond getting his 5th start in conference play tonight. Only played 31% of the minutes in UCHC plays. The shot goes just wide. Looked like it came from the stick of Straub as Redmond knocks that one aside. Again, Redmond just 31% of the minutes in conference play. Tyler Fever playing 68.3% of the time in conference play, getting the night off tonight.
Something we didn't mention, Manhattanville dominating with the shots in the first period. Outshot Lebanon Valley 17-4 in the first period. Continuing that high shooting pace at this point to start the second.
Pulling, if I'm not mistaken, Lebanon Valley without a shot on that last power play. Excellent job killing that last man advantage. Now the Valiants. As Level comes away with it, a nice pass almost off the boards to himself was Jake Thomas, but Manhattanville able to come away with it briefly. Nick Skurlik will maintain here, however, for the Flying Dutchman. They look to apply a little bit of offensive pressure here on Redmond and Manhattanville. Joel Knight retreating behind his own net. We'll wait and come away with it now. Put off the boards a little too far in front of Gall. Coming all the way around the boards will be corralled by Travis Hall as both teams change things up. Level looking to catch Manhattanville in the middle of a line change there, but Manhattanville able to get back on the ice. Puck played ahead now for Jeff Beck. Beck's got Durston to his right. Beck lost for a second, regains, throws one off the side of the pipe. And corralled there by Perhack. So Beck from the opposite side of the ice, the same angle shot that we saw Jared Martin score on earlier. Beck almost coming away with one there, but Perhack able to keep that one out with a little bit of help from the pipes. So 3-1 Manhattanville, 13-15 left in this second period. Okay, so coming to Perhack's right, back to Garbenius. Garbenius throws it in front, wide. And looks like that went out of play. Don't believe Perhack got a glove on that one. Clock stop now after just 5 seconds comes off. 13-10 left in the period as faceoff coming out to Perhack's glove side. Slade to take for the Valiants. Knocks it over to Beck. Now Arfel. Arfel keeps it in. He throws one in front, knocked wide. Shot by Garbenius, saved by Perhack. So Manhattanville keeping their foot on the pedal here. Keeping the puck in the zone. Peppering Perhack with one shot after another. And Perhack, since Anderson's goal at least, not allowing a goal in the last 6:45 or so. Still 3-1 Manhattanville. As LaBelle wins that draw, unable to play it out, comes out for Arfelt. Arfelt looking for McLean. McLean had an opening, but the pass behind him as the Valiants will reset here. Arfelt and Garbinius look to set up the offense once again. Played out for Martin, now for Lipa. Lipa looks to keep it in the zone. He cannot. LaBelle comes away with it. Pass in front, backhander saved by Redmond. Cole Hepler had a look there.
They're going to need to get that line going, the top line. Johnson, Hepler, Acker. They're going to need to look to their big guns if they're going to have a chance to get back in this one.
Talking about 3 of the team's top 4 goal scores coming in, Acker and Johnson, of course, tied with 11. And Johnson and Hepler 1 and 3 in overall points on the season as well coming in. So if LaBelle is going to come back in this one, it will definitely be that Acker, Johnson, and Hepler line. Puck comes back behind. Perhack played out for Waltott. Controlled now by Bomarito. Bomarito throws one ahead for Lapato. Lapato stick move in front, through one to no one. Corralled by Bomarito. Lapato over to get it now. Some activity piling up down in the near corner. Now comes back for Jackson. Jackson throws in wide off the board. Puck comes out for Hovanek. Waltott ahead for Braden Cross. Cross waits, retreats to the point. Tried to throw one in front, had it knocked wide. LaBelle able to come away with it. He's able to just dump in and head off for a partial line change. As Brennan Thompson returns to the ice. Waltott now looking to set up once again. Here's Cross. Cross crossing center ice and throws in ahead. Corralled by Lebanon Valley. Thompson just gets a stick on that one. Deflected in front. Jackson back to retreat as Valley was to apply a little pressure here, but Manhattanville able to clear. That's ahead now for Platt. Platt's got Golders right. Platt on net. Deflected wide. This puck comes back for Knight. Knight, his shot deflected in and then deflected off the stick of Gall. And stopped by Perhack. So the initial shot by Knight was deflected towards Gall, who then deflected a shot looking well wide of the net, dangerously close, forcing Perhack into action there. Freezing the puck with exactly 11 minutes to go here in the second period. Anderson to take the face-off here, wins it back to Platt as a whistle will, I guess, wipe out that initial face-off.
Honestly, I've been a little bit surprised at the start by Lebanon Valley. They're a good road team, 5-4-2 on the road this season, not able to get out of the blocks yet in this one.
Manhattanville coming in 5-3-2 at Playland Ice Casino as well. So both teams finding success in their respective affairs. There's a shot from Ferraro is stopped by Perek as activity breaks down for the net here with 10:39 to go in this one. I think we mentioned that big line for Lebanon Valley. Acker had at least 1 point in 6 straight games before Kings ended that streak last night. And we mentioned the power play before. Acker leading all UCHC players with 7 power play goals in 12 conference games in this season. As the puck again frozen by Perhack. On Chatham, right? Against Chatham,
yeah.
Right? Okay. Some more UCHC news between Kings and Chatham. Kings winless on the season, currently up 1-0 on the Cougars. There's a shot by Arfelt, stopped by Perhack. So Kings 0-13 in conference play, going up against Chatham 1-13. Kings looking for their first win of the season and, of course, points in conference play as well. So Kings, who put a might have been deflected there by McCown in front. We'll await the official word on that, but in any case, it is a Lebanon Valley goal as they creep back to within a goal here, 3-2 now.
And that'll be Belotus' first goal of the season. That's a big one. Lebanon Valley needed that. They're right back in it now.
Belotus definitely took the initial shot. It was deflected in front. Not sure if that went off a Manhattanville player or not. Of course, if it went off a Manhattanville player, Belotus being the last Lev-Val player to touch it would get credit for the goal. We'll await the official word on that one in a matter of moments. As Lipa controls once again for Manhattanville. Up around the net, had it knocked aside, and the slap shot from Waltott goes wide. Lev-Val comes away with it. As Jackson retreats for Manhattanville. Some nice team defense here on both sides. As some potential rushes being quickly snuffed out by both teams. TJ Sneath will be credited for the time being with that goal.
That would be his 4th of the season. Another assist for Belotus. That'll be his 13th.
Of course, Steve Sheridan, our official statistician tonight, will have the ultimate final say once things are all said and done. But for now, it is Sneath, one of 3 Californians on this Lev-Val team, who will be credited with their 2nd goal of the night. As the puck comes just under our broadcast booth here and down behind Perhack. Meaning a win and in situation for Manhattanville. Manhattanville again still chasing a home game as well. Currently a point out of that with Elmira at 17 points coming into action tonight.
And now on the penalty kill.
And Ross guilty of a slashing call, so Lev-Val going right back on the power play here. Ryan's able to kill the first one with, again, I don't believe a shot from Lebanon Valley. Again, we mentioned the power play dangers for Manhattanville this season. At least 1 power play goal allowed in 7 of their 11 ties or 1-goal losses.
Manhattanville 4 shorthanded goals on the season as well, but Lebanon Valley a very strong power play.
Clock's up with 7:50 to go in the period.
Actually, in conference play this year, Lebanon Valley's power play 27.3%. So this is an opportunity for them to tie the game, cash in with their strength.
The face-off being calculated where to take it out by our referees and the linesmen here tonight. It will be to Perhack's left, excuse me. As Anderson appears ready to take, as a little bit of confusion here from both sides. Again, 7:50 left in this one. 3-2 Manhattanville on 2 goals from Jared Martin, 1 from Corey Anderson. Lev-Val countering with a Zach McCown goal and a TJ Sneath goal as it stands now. Lev-Val has not led tonight. Manhattanville has led 1-0, 3-1, and now 3-2. As the clock stopped just 6 seconds off that faceoff here. Clock stopped with 7:44 to go.
Lee Durson was looking for a deflection in front. He got it, but touched it with a high stick. That's the reason for the whistle. The faceoff coming out.
2 teams already surpassing the 3-1 final the last time they played on December 9th. So currently on pace for a much higher scoring affair tonight. And even if play were to end right now, again, teams have already surpassed their December 9th output. As back in position there, briefly got a stick on it, but Lev-Val comes away with it. Chance on Redmond. Garbenius got in the way of that one. Nice block there of the Acker shot. And now back with a backhander. No one knew where the puck was, and Slade nearly took advantage.
You're right, no one knew where that puck was. It went off, I believe, the blocker of Perhack, popped right up in the air, landed right in front of the net. Nobody knew where it was for a second.
Taylor Bomarito scored on a play much like that one against SUNY Cortland here at Playland earlier this season. Just one of a number of wacky goals Manhattanville has scored this season, as Slade just barely gets it out of the zone there, as Lebanon will have to retreat here, and not everyone getting out of the zone there, so an offsides call will bring it back out of the zone here with 22 seconds left on the cross penalty. 6:46 left in the second period. This will come out of the zone here. Anderson will take it against Hepler. As the puck crossing center ice, controlled by Lebanon Valley. 15 seconds now left on the cross penalty. Anderson, a nice one-man press here, forcing Lebanon Valley all the way back.
This has been, once again, another solid penalty kill for Manhattanville, keeping everything to the outside, not a lot of chances.
As the Valiants do indeed return to full strength here, so a key 2 for 2 this far, and a chance now again for Martin. Looking for the hat trick, the shot goes wide.
That puck just slid off his stick. He lost control of it in front. Looking to make a move, not able to hang on to the puck. That was a 2-on-0 there shortly for about a second or two, not able to convert.
So, seeing his country mates, Slade and Lipa, just missed out last night. Martin looking for it, and a shot in front and a score. Kevin Van Bachlen taking advantage of the bounce right off the boards, and a shot from just outside the crease beats Redmond to tie the game here with 5:54 left in the second period.
And that's how quickly it can turn. Manhattanville with a 2-on-0 chance in front, not able to convert. Lebanon Valley comes right back down, puts it in. We have a tie game.
As McLean wins the faceoff. So Van Bachlen, Sneath, and McCown all with a 1 goal apiece tonight for the Flying Dutchman. Again, 2 goals for Martin and 1 for Anderson, and a rebound in front, almost knocked in by Lipa. Looked like Martin had taken the initial shot as Garbinus keeps it in for McLean. McLean a 2-on-1. McLean shot is in the back of the net. Kenny McLean, just seconds after Van Bachlen ties the game, puts Manhattanville right back in front there. So the 2-on-0 didn't work for Manhattanville. The 2-on-1 does. It is now 4-3. Two goals and what feels like about 30 seconds here, one aside here. So right as Lebanon Valley ties it up, McLean immediately puts them back in front.
What a response by Manhattanville. Gave up the goal, 2 goals in a row to tie the game. Come right back down. Kenny McLean with his 4th goal of the season. Manhattanville back in the lead.
Talk about getting knocked down and getting right back up. So Manhattanville now 4-3 in this one. It's Cross with a chance here into the zone. Look for Bomarito. Waltott does keep it in. Lebanon saying it left the zone, but no whistle for offsides from the ref. So Manhattanville will keep it in the zone for the time being. That dump by Waltott coming, I guess, right at the edge of the blue line. Waltott again keeping in. Throwing across for Jackson. Lapata looking for a deflection. And a whistle here. Clock stop with 4:47 here in the second period as the face-off appeared that the ref indicated was coming just outside the zone.
Some of the Lebanon Valley players were surprised. They thought that play was offside. I honestly agree. I think that puck was out of the zone, but they play on. Face-off comes out now.
So no harm, no foul that time, I guess, for Lebanon Valley off the 50-50 call on the offside, no offside. Joel Knight taken down behind the net, quickly back up as Ferraro dumps it back in. At a goal. Goals are taken away as Lebanon able to clear the zone. Ferraro knocks it right back in. Goal in the vicinity, couldn't quite corral it. Lebanon Valley pass in front, comes all the way down. Karras will be the first to it for Lebanon Valley. Flying Dutchman keeping in the zone here. Manhattanville looks to clear as Ferraro with an opening here with this done behind the net for Knight. And a turnover right in front and a pass in front knocked aside by Redmond.
Scary play there. Deflection right in front, turnover right in front of the net. Redmond aware, alert, makes a good save.
Hepler, one of the top scorers on the team, almost the recipient of that one. Is another rebound. Redmond went to freeze the puck, couldn't quite squeeze it as Loveval continuing some pressure here. Shot comes out, slap shot. Blocked that time, that off the stick of Straub, but Loveval will keep it in here. 3:20 to go here in the second period. Manhattanville clinging to a 1-goal lead. Shot goes wide. That looked like it came from the stick of Johnson. Loveval cannot keep it in the zone. Loveval player loses a stick as Brian Platt will dump and head to the bench as Valiants will change things up here as Beck. Another interception. He's got Slade to his left. Slade shot. Save made by Perhack.
That was big for Manhattanville, getting the puck out there. That's a long change in the second period. Those players running the ice for a long time, getting tired. Good job being able to get the puck out of the zone, get the change they needed.
And right as fresh legs came on the ice, Manhattanville nearly adding to their lead there. But Slade looking for his third goal of the weekend, denied by Perhack. Slade losing the draw there as Loveval will look to clear once again. Slade back to retreat. Leaves it for Garbenius. Garbenius head for Beck, a little too far out in front. Slade applying some pressure here as Beck keeping in the zone. Leaves it for Slade. Slade in front for Durson. Off his stick, will go out of play here. With 2:29 left in this one as we again have entered a win and in situation for Manhattanville. Victory tonight would guarantee them a UCHC tournament berth. Again, the location and opponent for the game still very much to be determined.
Everything else up in the air, but what Manhattanville needs to take care of, get the win, you know you're in.
We had 2:20 left in the second period here. As Durson knocked off the play. Chance for Loveval on a glove save by Redmond off the wrister from Brennan Thompson. Again, Kyle Redmond, just his 5th start in conference play tonight. Tyler Fever was played 68.3% of the minutes in UCHC play, coming in, getting the night off in favor of Redmond, one of the 5 seniors on it tonight, along with Garbenius, Andark, Gall, and Lapato. As Loveval within the zone, his backhander goes wide off the stick of Acker. Loveval keeping it in here as we go under 2 minutes. Jackson and Martin trying to force Loveval rush out of the zone. Waltott briefly comes away with it. Loose puck comes out for Jackson. The offensive zone here in front for Lipa. Behind the net, Lipa controls. Lipa had to take it right off his stick that time. Nice defensive play there by Acker. Give a whistle and appeared to be an offsides that time on Loveval. Stopping left with 1:28 here in the second period as both teams have got some fresh legs on the ice. Gall, Anderson, Platt, Ferraro, and Knight, the 5 on the ice now for Manhattanville. Anderson, of course, one of the 4 Manhattanville goals here tonight.
And we do have a score update. Chatham behind 1-0 against Kings, now a 2-1 lead in the second period.
How quickly things can change no matter what the game is again, the Kings Monarchs looking for their first win of the season. Chatham now in front 2-1 in the 8-9 game in UCHC action. This currently the, we'll call it 2-5 game between Lebanon Valley and Manhattanville. We are under a minute here as the stop shot well wide of the mark there by Mike Straub. Puck nearly ending up in New Rochelle. As the Valiants able to clear the zone here. Straub back to retreat. job, of course, the captain, junior defender out of Elizabeth, Pennsylvania. Good chance now for Platt, backhander thrown wide, out off the boards for Lopato. Lopato plays to himself. Here's behind the net as we hit 10 seconds to go here. One last chance here for Manhattanville. Bomarito lost that edge, but got away to cross. Cross in front for Lopato off his skate as Lebval will look to clear. Cross keeps it in. Last second shot knocked down by Perheck. Not sure if that would have crossed the goal line in time, but the Valiants not allowing any last second opportunities there for the Flying Dutchman, nearly coming away with their 5th goal themselves as the second period comes to an end with Manhattanville on the strength of Corey Anderson and Kenny McLean goals here in the second period, taking 1-goal lead to the third period.
And a much better period for Lebanon Valley. Had the 2 goals, down 3-1 after the first, came back with 2 goals to tie it. Obviously, they gave up the one right after their tying goal to give up the lead, but much better period, much better defensively. Manhattanville, I think, need to tighten up defensively going into the third period, but Manhattanville, when leading after 2 periods, record of 5-0-2 on the season.
Manhattanville 20 minutes away, essentially from a UCHC guaranteed tournament berth and potentially their second conference win of the season over Lebanon Valley. We will be back for the third period in just a few minutes. Adam Ryder and Mike Pugliese with you here from Playland Ice Casino. Steve Sheridan, our statistician tonight. Follow all the action by going to govaliants.com. We will be back with third period action, folks. Do not go anywhere. And welcome back to Playland Ice Casino for the third and perhaps final period in this UCHC contest. Manhattanville 20 minutes away from sole possession of 4th place in the UCHC.
And a conference tournament berth at that.
Elmira 1 point up off tonight. And Newman currently losing 2-0 to Utica. So again, sole possession of 4th place and a guaranteed UCHC tournament spot on the line for Manhattanville over these final 20 minutes. Again, Jared Martin with 2, Corey Anderson and Kenny McLean, the goal scorers as far from Manhattanville. Kevin Van Bachman, TJ Sneath, and Zach McCown, the scorers for Lebanon Valley.
And Lebanon Valley 0-6-2 this season when trailing after 2 periods. We'll see what happens here.
And a 28-12 shot advantage as well for Manhattanville through these first 2 periods.
And something that also jumped out at me, the faceoffs. Manhattanville 33 wins, 13 losses. Kevin Lopato in particular 8-1 on faceoffs in the game.
Possession key, no matter the sport. Manhattanville a good job of that thus far, winning nearly 3/4 of the draws here as the chance at front knocked aside by Ryan Jackson. As the puck comes out, Gall had it for a moment, but knocked aside as Jackson back to retreat as Martin checked off the play as he throws one, or also had one deflected wide. Gall lost it for a second, now plays off the boards to himself entering the zone. Gall with a shot knocked aside by Perhack. Anderson a wraparound. Dangerous play in front. Lebanon Valley able to keep it out. And they finally clear the zone, not able to pinch quite tight enough on that one. But played right back out for Platt. Platt with a shot thrown wide. Perhack gave it a look, but decided it was too wide of the net for him to put forth a more serious effort on that one. Joe Knight crossing center ice once again. He'll dump it in. Carson Bomarito again, 2 freshmen from Manhattanville. Find some pressure. Ferraro throws it off the boards. Grabbed in front by Lebanon Valley as they will clear here. That was dumped in by Thompson, who will head to the bench here. As Bomarito dodges the hit, leaves it for Cross. Cross got Ferraro, and Bomarito is right in front for Bomarito's shot. Nice defensive play there by Brad Nolan to block it. It's the shot from a tough angle, stopped by Perhack. Looks like Bomarito took that one.
Both teams coming into the game not strong in 1-goal games. Manhattanville just 1-4 in 1-goal games. Lebanon Valley 2-6. So both teams struggled in this particular area with the tight game as we have right now.
And that 1-4 mark, all 4 of those 1-goal losses coming in UCHC play. So Manhattanville no stranger to tight games, tight conference games this season. Looking at for just their second 1-goal win on the season here. Again, 17 away from that now. As Lebanon Valley looks to clear a chance in front, knocked aside. Travis Acker found himself with a good deal of space there. Didn't recognize it quite in time as the Valiants were able to retreat. Puck in front, almost knocked in by Acker. Getting back on defense there. A break there for Lebanon Valley as Acker almost knocked that one into his own net for what would have been a 2-goal lead as Waltott's shot gets deflected. Why not sure that ever made it all the way to Perhack there. The puck went behind the net from an awkward angle as Jackson with a chance now. Jackson through the screen by Beck, but Perhack able to keep that one out. As
I think that was blocked in front. I don't think Perhack ever saw that one.
Could very well have been the case there as Jackson unable to take advantage of the screen that time by Beck and the overall traffic in front. As Joe Knight comes away with it. We'll dump it in. Martin still looking for his 3rd goal of the night. Find some pressure from Manhattanville. Knight gets spun around, but able to retreat with TJ Sneath, again, one of the 3 Flying Dutchman goal scorers tonight, squeezing in. As McLean comes speeding away with it. McLean currently, as it stands, would have the game-winning goal should this score hold 4-3. Comes out for Knight. His shot in front. Throw just wide. Might have hit the side of the post there.
I believe it did go off the post. close to making it a 5-3 game.
But now dumped in. Knight went to grab it, but over his outstretched arm. Flying Dutchman will change things up here. As Ferraro will head to the bench as the Mountains will complete the line change as Garbinius joins his country and line mate Arfelt. As Anderson comes speeding up the left side. Anderson's shot is in the back of the net. An outstanding individual effort that time by Corey Anderson. Using that speed, flying up the left side. Went to go pick that top corner, and he does indeed do that. As Anderson joins Martin, his second of the night, and more importantly, a 5-3 lead now for Manhattanville.
Great move by Anderson. He just took it right up the wing with his speed, came right down, turned the corner. A beautiful shot right inside the post. It's a 5-3 game. 2-goal night for Anderson. 2-point night for Matt Lippa as well with 2 assists.
So 2 nights and 2 2-goal scores, so that 5 times fast for Manhattanville. Slade and Lippa last night, Anderson and Martin tonight. This Manhattanville junior class, this 13-member, 4 of them now, each with 2-goal nights as Lapata throws it in front. Nearly knocked in by Cross. It might be senior weekend, but it's the juniors dominating the action. As Garbinius, one of those 5 seniors, has his shot knocked right. Arfelt knocked off the play as Lebanon looks to clear, but Bomarito skates back and with one hand knocks it to Garbinius.
And we've been talking about Corey Anderson the last few nights. He's been working hard, getting to the front of the net, finally getting rewarded with 2 goals in this one.
Effort paying off tonight. Corey Anderson. So 14-14 away from 4th place and a UCHC berth are these Valiants now, thanks in large part to Martin and Anderson. And of course, cannot discount Kenny McLean's goal as he put the Valiants up by 1 immediately after Leval had tied the game at 3 in the second period.
And Oscar Arfelt and Marco Ferraro with the assist on that last goal by Anderson.
2 more Manhattanville juniors there. Arfelt and Ferraro.
Juniors taking over.
The seniors getting the honors before the game. The juniors doing the damage during the game here tonight. Is Slade a bit confused by that face-off there as Lebanon Valley comes away with it. And an icing call in. Felix Takasinagi not happy with that one as the freshman from California came speeding down the ice at the time. Looked to be in position to wave it off, but icing is the call. As the puck will come all the way back to Tyler Perhax, right. Slade to take again. Slade lost the draw, but Durson keeps it in, and Slade throws one just wide. Loose stick quickly picked up. Puck dumped in over the outstretched arm of Jeff Beck. And Slade taps it ahead for his linemate, and Beck checked out of the play as Leval will come away with it once again. Avoiding the hit was Karras. A nice shot to maintain control of the puck there, and right as I said, we have a whistle here with 13-12.
Jeff Beck, it looks like he went sliding hard into the boards. I don't know what we have for a call, but we definitely have one.
Looks like a penalty on Zach Sheik for the Dutchman, so it will be a Manhattanville penalty here.
This is where they can break the game wide open. As mentioned before, strong on the power play this year, 20.5%, 20.8 in conference play. Chance to make it a 6-3 game, break this one open. Lebanon Valley's penalty killing hasn't been the greatest this year.
So already up to an outstanding chance, as you said, Mike, to break this game open here. And a dangerous
as I say
pass
that,
there.
a short-handed chance.
Intercepted by Hepler. Hepler on Redmond. Hepler denied by Redmond. The rebound save made. Rebound again knocked aside.
2 unbelievable saves back-to-back by Redmond, both with the pad.
Redmond now left without a stick. Will have to vacate the net here, so crucial for Manhattan to maintain possession at the very least. So a Hepler on the shorthanded chance there.
And Redmond able to retrieve his stick, so he is set back in net.
Monrito shot goes just wide. So Love Valley has had their chances tonight, a couple of breakaways that Redmond has been able to stop. But it's only going to show is a save in the box score. But to the overall meaning of the game, so much more than that, as Redmond keeping the Valiants in front by 2, as Gall looking for his second goal of the weekend, as Perak equal to that one.
And Lebanon Valley on the year, 4 shorthanded goals, 3 of them by Hepler. So they've been able to, despite their struggles on the penalty kill, still have chances offensively.
Jackson shot goes wide. Gall able to keep it in the zone just barely. About right on the edge, looking to clear it out here as the pile of bodies finally forces a whistle here with 38 seconds left on the Sheik penalty. 11:50 left on the game clock. Again, a thank you to all of you joining us here tonight at GoValiants.com. We know you have a myriad of entertainment options. We appreciate you making even a small part of your night. Manhattanville men's hockey here from Playland Ice Casino. Manhattanville up 5-3.
And we do have a score update. Utica and Newman tied at 2 in the 3rd period. Utica obviously leading UCHC with 20 points. Newman right tied with Manhattanville actually with 16.
That's Gall shot knocked aside by Burhack. A Newman win, of course, would keep Manhattanville from sole possession. It would be, of course, a tie for 4th place with the 2 teams. However, Manhattanville with a 1-0-1 head-to-head record would hold the tiebreaker there as Gall throws one wide. Might have lost an edge there on that one, so Manhattanville would technically be in 4th place, not sole possession, but would still hold the tiebreaker there. 11 minutes away are the Valiants from that 4th place position and UCHC tournament berth. As Joe Knight throws one long. Beck looked to squeeze along the boards, couldn't quite do it.
I believe that call was for icing. Manhattanville not happy with it. They believe that one of their players was getting down there first.
Bit of a late whistle, it seemed, as the puck had gone all the way around the boards and was touched.
Now they're going to rule that it should not have been icing, so the face-off will take place at center ice.
The Valiants rush ends, but they do avoid the defensive zone face-off. Laval does control, however. Looks like that went off of the skate of Joel Knight. Puck comes out for Slade. Slade shot, save made by Perak. Laval retreats. We'll look to reset the offense here. Slade and Durson looking to keep it in. Laval able to clear, however. In on Redmond. No goal, but a penalty upcoming, it would appear. Although Laval does seem a bit upset by the call.
I think they were looking for a penalty shot on that one. They thought it may have been a clean breakaway.
Brett Johnson going 1-on-2 there, drawing the penalty. We'll wait the official word as to who that was, as there were a series of Valiant skaters in the area.
That was Joel Knight.
So Knight headed to the box for hooking. So again, another crucial opportunity as the clock very slowly becoming the enemy of Lebanon Valley here. Just over halfway through, man advantage. Once again for the Flying Dutchman.
We've talked about it all night, the power play, one of their biggest strengths. They want a chance to get back in this one. They need to capitalize here.
Laval maintaining in the zone. Belotis will dump it in. Near corner. Fight forward. Arfel going 1-on-2 there for Manhattanville. Just in front of Platt. Back to Belotis. Belotis from the point now. Throws it in front. Deflected. And a score. That looked like TJ Sneath. If so, that would be his second of the night.
He's been on fire. 3 assists last night. This is his second goal tonight. Great puck movement by Lebanon Valley. You go back and forth with the defenseman, send the puck to the front of the net. 2 guys crash in the net. Rebound right there, able to put it in, and right just like that, 1-goal game.
So a crucial score there for the Flying Dutchman. scoreboard still showing Knight is in the box. However, he should have returned as some extracurricular activity in front of Purak there. Clock's up with 9:45 to go as the Knight penalty does now come off the board. As 5-on-5 action has resumed off of Sneath's second goal of the night. Sneath joining Martin and Anderson as the double goal scorers tonight. Is McLean barking out some instructions to Waltz before the offensive zone draw. Puck back to Waltz, he'll dump it in. McLean back around the net going 1-on-2. Puck comes loose to Lipa. Lipa leads for McLean. McLean shot, knocked aside by Purak. Lipa checked into the net that time. McLean losing an edge as well. Manhattanville able to keep it in the zone, however. Shot goes wide. Puck way up in the air, crossing in front of our broadcast position here from the second level of the Playland Ice Casino. Hepler brings it back in. 1-on-3 shot knocked wide. Approaching 9 minutes left in this one. Clock stop with 9:04 to go. As the teams will change things up here. The Lepato-Bomarito cross line. Back on the ice, joined by Ferraro and Knight. Lepato, again, one of the 5 seniors honored before the game this evening. Alongside Garbenius and Dark, Gall and Anderson. Anderson again getting just the 5th conference start of the season. Fever getting the night off as the faceoff kicked back by Lepato to Ferraro. Lepato's faceoff dominance, mentioned before, continues on that one. As Manhattanville looks to keep it in the zone here. Puck comes back for Ferraro. Cross for Knight. Knight shot in front, saved by Purak. Rebound knocked wide. Manhattanville will hold here. Lepato back out for Ferraro. Ferraro off his stick, leaves the zone. Manhattanville will have to vacate here. This Knight will just dump it in here. It's Lepato will dump it all the way down. Anderson on the outer edge of the crease will play it wide. Puck comes out for Zach Yingst. Belotis not quite getting all of that shot as the puck comes behind the net for Ferraro. Is that out for Bomarito, and a turnover here and a chance for Lebanon Valley. Shot on Redmond goes wide. Johnson unable to score that time as Redmond didn't know where the puck was in an open net, and
I believe a Manhattanville player got in the way. I don't think that was the goalie. I believe one of the players got back and blocked that on the way in.
That looked like Kevin Lepato there, saving the day for now, as Redmond had been out of position on that one. As the senior sliding across that time, keeping Manhattanville in front here. Senior leadership indeed. The juniors had stolen the show up till that one, but it's Lepato potentially the biggest play of the night thus far, keeping Manhattanville in front for the time being as the puck dumped out. As Lebanon will retreat here under 8 minutes to go in this one. Puck poked ahead. Garbenius back from Manhattanville. Looks to clear, but Lavelle keeps it in for the time being. Straub squeezed to keep that last rush going. Anderson now comes away with it. Nice move to shake some space, to open some space, excuse me. And Platt with a chance now. Platt's shot. Widest Purak coming out of the crease that time. Not sure if he stopped that or not, but shot wide of the mark regardless. Waltut, I don't know where the puck was that time, and bit of a poke check there from Karras. Puck now comes back behind Purak. Slade applying some pressure for Manhattanville. Durson flying in as well. Slade keeping it for Manhattanville. Back to Waltut. Waltut throws one wide, blocked. Back to Slade. Jeff Beck might have gotten in the way of that one himself. Jock goes wide. Play behind. Brad Nolan plays it out to Waltut. His shot deflected out of play. 6:31 left in this one. Manhattanville holding on to the 1-goal lead following maybe one of the defensive plays of the year from Kevin Lepato.
Shows how badly these guys want to win this game. They want to go. I don't know if they win, they're in the tournament, but they're playing like it. Sacrificing life and limb just to keep that puck out of the net. Good job by Bomarito.
Right you are, Mike. As Lebanon starts again as the whistle immediately will stop play off the faceoff here. Just a few seconds coming off the clock. Not sure if that was an offsides or not, as the whistle coming almost right after the puck had been touched by Lebanon Valley. Faceoff come back to center ice now. As McLean to take against Hepler. Puck played off the far side boards. Kicked in front briefly by Lebanon, but Lepa played to himself, and a nice move to get around, create some space. In front for McLean. Knocked wide. Cleared out by the Flying Dutchman. Brett Johnson trying to go at Knight there. Nice job by Knight. As whistle will again stop play with 5:58 to go. 5 for Manhattanville. As the score has now more than been doubled from the 3-1 affair these teams played back on December 9th. Manhattanville come away with a win in that one on the strength of a Stephen Gall hat trick. Jared Morton and Corey Anderson both looking for a hat trick as well tonight. 2 goals apiece for the juniors. Anderson now coming away with it once again. Anderson shot saved by Purak. Rebound in front. Cleared out by Lebanon Valley. Anderson scoring his second goal on a shot, much like that last one earlier on. But denied there. Still a 1-goal Manhattanville lead. Leva looks to keep it in here. Puck is back now for Sheik. Sheik off the boards for Skurlik. That's front knocked wide. Valiance. Brief change there and a long shot on Redmond knocked wide. Looked like Nolan was looking for potentially a rebound as the shot coming from well outside the blue line. Loose puck comes back up for Jackson. Jackson in on Purak, his shot across the goal line. Corralled now by Lebanon Valley. Under 5 minutes left in this one. As we have an icing call at 4:48. And as we approach these last few minutes, you wonder if it remains this way just when Lebanon Valley is going to consider pulling Purak to get that extra attacker on the ice.
Typically, usually around a minute and a half, a minute. We'll see if they choose to be aggressive, go for it early. But if the score holds up, it definitely got to happen at some point.
Off the face-off, a slapper from Dursing goes just wide. Loose puck bound the net, controlled by the Flying Dutchman. They will reset here. Nolan looks to set up the offense, throws it in ahead. And then icing. We'll stop play here with 4:30 left in this one. Manhattanville a 5-4 lead here as conference play winds down here with senior night for Manhattanville. Not the last game of the year by any stretch of the imagination. Nazareth and Utica, 2 road games next weekend for the Valiants. Again, 4:15 away now is another icing call to stop play here. 4:15 away from a UCHC tournament berth. And more importantly, will take over via a tiebreaker should Newman win tonight as well. 4th place. At the worst, Manhattanville will be in a tie with Newman at the end of the night. Best case scenario, of course, sole position of 4th place with Elmira a point ahead of both teams off tonight. The faceoff comes away to Lebanon Valley. Puck comes in, shot from a tough angle. Goes wide, Lebanon keeps it in. Shot steered wide by Redmond. Last 2 shots coming look like from Takasi Nagi and Acker. Dangerous shot in front, rebound, but no one in the area for Manhattanville.
I believe that was deflected on the way in. That's why Purak had a little bit of trouble with it, but able to keep it out of the net.
Under 4 to go now in this one. Puck comes out for Gall. Gall up the right side. stops, waits. Going for Anderson. Anderson shot. Not sure if that was blocked in front or steered wide by Perhack. Garbinus was in the area. Not sure if that hit him in front. Manhattanville will maintain nonetheless here. Back for Arfeld. Arfeld throws one in front, blocked and controlled by the Dutchman. Puck thrown ahead by Hepler. As the Dutchman will change things up here. Long pass head for Beck. Beck plays it in front. Beck, the speedster. Lost his stick as couldn't quite hold possession on that last one. Durston squeezes in as Lebanon will dump it with 2:45 left in this one. 2:44 now as the clock stops. 5-4 Manhattanville. UCHC action tonight from Playland Ice Casino. Adam Ryder, Mike Pugliese with you. Steve Sheridan on the stat laptop tonight. Of course, GoValiants.com, your one-stop shop for all your men's hockey needs tonight. Men's hockey team, again, just 2:40 now away from a UCHC tournament berth. Is Lebanon out with a chance in on Redmond, a little too far out in front. Hovanek had a chance there, but Redmond alertly knocked that one aside with his stick. We have a whistle here with 2:23 as a Lebanon player wound up on his backside there. Will allow both teams to change things up here. Waiting a moment to this one. You definitely want fresh legs out there for both teams. Manhattanville going with the looks like Lapato, Martin, and Lipa. So a little bit different look here. Normally McLean on that line.
Maybe switching it up for defensive purposes to protect the lead towards the end of the game, putting the best defenders on the ice.
As Lapato kicked out of the circle for Martin. As a collision there between Martin and Acker. As the puck comes all the way back down towards Burak here as we have an icing call with 2:07 to go.
We'll have to keep our eyes on Perhack as well. Probably not in the distant future. He's going to be coming to the bench for the extra skater.
Good to see Acker and Martin getting up after that collision there. We've seen some big hits this season from Manhattanville and their opponents. Both men quickly back to their feet, however.
I believe a timeout been called by Manhattanville.
Again, the clock stopped with 2:07 left in this one. It is indeed a Manhattanville timeout here as the sixth-year head coach and Manhattanville alum Arlen Marshall certainly wanting to talk strategy as to how these last 2 minutes and 7 seconds will go, how to handle the extra attacker if and when Lebanon does indeed pull Perhack. The Manhattanville again clinging to a 1-goal lead. As Mike, you mentioned before, Manhattanville looking for just their second win in 1-goal games this season, coming in with 4 1-goal losses on the season, all of those in UCHC play.
Yes, absolutely. Not the greatest in 1-goal games, but trying to go over strategy here. What do we do if we win the face-off? If we lose, how do we defend? Going over the strategy, see what's going to happen with Perhack. He's going back into the net, so not pulling the goalie just yet.
We've already seen Kevin Lapato's defensive prowess tonight, stopping a surefire potential game-tying goal a few minutes ago as Leval does control the face-off here. As we go under 2 minutes as Gall maintains possession, throws it for Platt. Brian Platt 1-on-2. Platt briefly checked off the play. Maintains, however. Puck thrown back for Gall. Gall lost for a second, maintains now.
This is key for Lebanon Valley. They need to get the puck out of the zone so they can get Perhack out of there, get the extra skater on. Not able to do so yet.
As Leval comes away with it, Perhack looking to the bench, skating ever so closer to his bench here, but Manhattanville with the puck here will keep him in his net. Slade now leaves it for Gall. Gall shot saved by Perhack. Rebound knocked wide. Leval now comes away with it. 80 seconds left in this one. Puck comes out.
And about the circles right now.
Perhack a good 8 feet out of his net before finally retreating as the puck played off the boards for Slade as a whistle here with 1:04 to go. Perhack stealing his net, though inching ever closer.
With the face-off coming down in Manhattanville end, he may be going now. Or at least he's going to go out to the face-off dots. If they win it, he's going.
One can only assume a Lebanon win would bring Perhack out of his net. As
now timeout called by Lebanon Valley. They're going to talk strategy as well.
Perhaps now the time to pull Perhack.
I think you have to. Minute 4 left, you're down a goal. Get the extra attacker on it. It's a risk, but it's a risk you have to take, down 1 goal.
Go big or go home. And with Lebanon Valley, again, tied with Utica for first in conference play entering the night. Again, the top 2 seeds in UCHC play will earn a first-round bye. Of course, Lebanon Valley just 2 points clear of Stevenson, 3 of Elmira. And you can't rely on Manhattanville or Newman for that matter. Not out of it yet with the 2 games to go. Should they win out, would apply even more pressure on Lebanon Valley.
Utica, as we speak, a 3-2 lead on Newman.
So Utica, should they hold on, would position themselves very well. If not
I'm sorry. Newman with a 3-2 lead on Utica. I apologize.
So Newman looking to keep pace with Manhattanville.
Manhattanville can inch even closer to Utica should they hold on here, and should the score hold up in the Utica-Newman game.
So the top 2 seeds in the UCHC both in danger right now, as the net has indeed been vacated. It's a shot by Lebanon, steered wide by Redden. We go under a minute here. 6-on-5 action for these next 54 seconds. Lebanon still with the puck. Slade applying some pressure here. Shot there steered wide off the stick of Johnson. Manhattan looking through the zone. Lebanon maintains, however, 35 seconds to go. Shot from the point wide. Out off the stick of Nolan. Beck comes away with it. Throws it in for Durson. Durson missed the net from inside the blue line. That would have all but sealed it, and now on the counter rush, Hepler. Hepler with a shot, knocked down by Redmond. 15 seconds to go. Puck poked side by Durson. That'll clear the zone. Possibly one more rush for the Dutchman. Arfelt pokes it. 3 seconds to go. Lapato grabs it, and that's gonna do it. Manhattanville holds on for a 5-4 win and officially clinches a UCHC tournament berth here tonight on senior night. 40-21, the final shot total for Manhattanville. So nearly doubling the Dutchman on the shot sheet.
What a job defensively at the end, keeping everything to the outside once again, not allowing 8+ chances to get through. Able to hold them out. Congratulations to the Valiants heading back to the tournament.
As we saw, Durson had a chance with about 20 seconds to put them up by 2. The shot went just wide, and then Hepler on the counter nearly tied things up. But Kyle Redmond in his final regular season home game, as again a UCHC home game by no means out of the question yet, but Redmond's final regular season home game, stopping the last couple of shots there from Lebanon Valley as Manhattanville holding on once again for a 5-4 win here tonight. As Anderson and Martin with 2 goals apiece, McLean adding 1 himself, giving Manhattanville the win in a wild affair here tonight at the Playland Ice Casino. Manhattanville goes 2-0 in their final homestand of the season. We
talked about it last night, same thing tonight. Contributions up and down the lineup from Manhattanville. 2-goal games, and celebration on for Manhattanville here.
As Anderson and Martin earning that celebration and just off center ice with 4 goals apiece between the two of them in this one. Again, a 5-4 Manhattanville win here in this one. For Mike Puglisi and our statistician tonight, Steve Sheridan, I am Adam Ryder signing off from Playland Ice Casino saying good night. And for UCHC tournament purposes, go Valiants. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.